Clear. That's not what I expected to happen. Holy. Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with the Mossberg 590 Retrograde 12 gauge pump action shotgun. This particular firearm is fascinating to me in that it brought back the corncob style forend that was famous in the 1940s, the late 1940s, made popular, I believe, by Ithaca. Along the top of the 18.5-inch barrel on this model, you see it has an aggressive looking heat shield here. That's one of my favorite elements of this firearm. You can get these aftermarket for your 500s and other things like that, but they're just not as cool as this one that is welded on to the gun itself. I tell you what, it's intended for security, and if a security guard or somebody in a security business is carrying something like this, you know they mean business. They don't have some synthetic thing, and it tacks like 15 years onto their seniority, man. They're gonna rank a little bit higher in my book. They're like a grizzled old veteran carrying a retro looking styled stock and haven't settled for synthetic modern amenities, you know what I'm saying? So this gun has a walnut stock, a corncob style forend, which is just referencing the retro styling made famous in the 1940s by Ithaca firearms and carried over onto other firearms of those decades. It went away sometime long before I was even born. At the rear end here, you see it has a standard vented buttstock, standard sling loop in the front and here. It has a clean out magazine tube, meaning that if you wanted to, you can undo the front nut here, clean out the shotgun tube from the front. Some shotguns do not have that feature. Up top here, you'll see it has an oversized safety, which is very similar to the 940 Pro that we reviewed recently. Top of the receiver is drilled and tapped, so you could mount a scope if you choose to. And up at the front here, we have a single sight bead, sufficient for the distance you're going to be using this for. Not intended for hunting. This is specifically intended for security or home defense purposes. It's chambered in 3-inch 12 gauge. You can load 7+1 in this model. This one is compliant with all of the regulations to keep it in the shotgun realm. And it comes in a very short package, as you see here. It's not quite like the longer barrels that you see on most shotguns. It does not have an adjustable length of pull. It does not have an adjustable comb. It has the standard controls that you would see on most Mossberg shotguns, including the button behind the trigger to operate your pump. I was most attracted to this shotgun because of its styling. This thing is off the hook retro. It's going to turn heads in your gun safe, and it's going to turn some heads if you're carrying this thing for security purposes. It has a beautiful finish outside of just the wooden furniture. The receiver, barrels, and tube are all a matte finish, because when you mean business, you don't need to be glistening and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It features dual extractors and a very solid lockup with the pump action there. All right, let's get this thing over to the range. We're going to shoot at some targets, and we're going to rate this thing on accuracy. We're going to talk about the recoil, and we're going to talk about how cool it is to shoot some 2-liter bottles. We're going to run a couple here just to see how the recoil is. First rounds through the gun. Before you shoot any new firearm, I recommend that you clean at least the bore at a minimum, and ideally clean out your receiver as well. There can be residual oils and things like that still in the gun, possibly some millings. I use Otis cleaning gear. I'll leave a link in the description below. I did clean this firearm prior to shooting it. I'm just not going to have it go through that with me. I'm going to do a full breakdown and clean on this before I return it to Mossberg. First two out of this gun, the recoil was next to nothing, negligible, easy to control, and we do have some slugs we're going to run through this. It is a cylinder bore. It does not accept chokes. There's no threading in the end of the barrel, and I'm going to introduce you to our targets down here right now. All right, our target stand for today, we have a couple of paper man targets. We're going to smack those first. Slug, birdshot, slug, birdshot. I'm going to go for the head on the slug, birdshot to the chest, and then we got some steel as well as some orange and neon green sodas that nobody should be drinking in the first place. All right, we're going to set up at about 20-ish yards. 60 feet. Now let's do 30 feet. We'll do 15 yards. Most security situations are going to be within that distance. We're going to send some down, move us back a little bit, and I'm going to leave you here with the targets. All right, Max, you got to come back here with me, bud. All right. We're setting up for our first shots. This is the target on the right. I'm going to load slug, then birdshot. And this is a Remington, the older style. I've had these for decades, back when I used to actually have to hunt deer with slugs. All right, so first shot, slug. It's a 2 3/4 inch. Going for neck high because I'm not sure where it's going to hit. Body shot. All right. What you see here, slug. Must be some wadding, and BBs. You wouldn't want to be that dude. All right. Next up, I'm going to run a rifled slug. This is a wolf slug from decades ago as well, and Remington low brass green box, also a target load. All right, first up is the Wolf 12 gauge, going for the head. That was much louder than the other ones I've shot. Now let's check it out. You can see where the wadding hit. I'm going to bring you right up there with me. So that's where the wadding from the shot shell hit, right in the ring. So that was dead nuts. My slug, little high, 7 ring. So let's go knock these suckers down now. But I'll go birdshot slug on a steel and a bottle, and then I'll go a slug to the bottle. All right, we're loaded up. I have Wolf rifled slugs, and followed by Federal regular game loads. I don't know what they're gonna do against that bottle, which if it's disappointing, we'll go all slugs. First round in is a slug, and we're going to go at bottle right now. I have a microphone on the camera as well, so hopefully we'll get you a little up close and personal sound here. Or should I go for steel first? Loaded up, safety is off. I'm on target. I'm gonna go for the steel first. That's not what I expected to happen. Holy shit. Well, that screwed everything up. Holy cow, I do have 2 more bottles in the truck. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, that was a slug, not a lie. It freaking shattered 3 of the targets. I bought those at a convenience store locally, so it cost me like $3 a bottle. All right, we're going birdshot here on the orange soda. Dang! I don't have any targets left. All right, safety on. I gotta back you up next time. That explosion of soda was like 30 freaking feet. All right, we're backing you up a lot. All right, excuse any heavy breathing. I just had to run to the truck to get these. I can't believe that. I'm gonna have to slow that down because I just don't get what happened there. Oh, we do have one that didn't blow up, so that's good. Oh, I can't show the labels. We're not sponsored by these peoples. I'm sure the fine folks at the soda company would not be big fans of us doing this. I got some smaller targets for later. All right, for reference, I'm setting up a little bit further away than the camera is now. And for reference as well, the soda explosion from the last shots was actually higher than the frame of the camera now. So I had my gloves off, so the inside of my gloves are what's gonna be sticky. So we're good there. Let me see what, going birdshot first, and then we're going slug, and then we're going birdshot. I'm gonna go, let's clean out let's go to the left because he's furthest away. Woof. I'll put you over my shoulder. I hope I'm on frame. This is about where I was standing. This is slug. Safety on. Should have took my glove off. I'm gonna move it back. This is a slug. I'm gonna be just in front of the camera here. All right, first round this time is a slug. This is an old Winchester slug. This is the last one I got of these, actually. Try to replicate the hitting the steel and blowing those bottles up. Dang! Something actually came back and hit me on that. What was that? Yeah, no joke. All right. Dang! All right, my final thoughts on the Mossberg 590 Retro. I grade guns on a few things. Accuracy. This is accurate because I can poke a hole in something 30 yards away, no matter how big it is, because I'm sending a scatter gun at it. Although the slugs did do their job, I was able to poke holes in things, making it very effective out of the box. Just picking it up, shooting it was good fit for me, and it worked very well. So I'm going to give it, accuracy is great. Hey, the balance is actually really good. Well-balanced gun, light, ergonomical, small. So practicality score, for the purpose of security and for the purpose of home defense, I'd give this a 9. I can't go any higher, although I did say it does give you a higher rank right out of the box, just because it gives you that old grizzly status that you've done this, you've been around the block, and you mean business. You're not there for decoration, you're there to do something. Finally, coolness factor. This thing's cool. I already said it's cool. What would make it cooler? Maybe semi-auto, but having a pump is certainly a fantastic option. It just sounds cool, you know. Coolness factor, +1 for that, +2 for that. We're kind of boring on the back end. Probably could do some improvements back there. All standard here. Loving the capacity is ridiculous. So this is 7+1. They do make the A1, I think it's called. That is a 9+1. So that guy really means business. Then you're going to be increasing your weight significantly if you're adding that much more ammunition. But coolness factor, sticking with 9. Can't go any higher than 9. There's many cooler things, and 9 is darn high for a pump action shotgun, in my opinion. What else can we say about this gun? I think that's about it. That concludes our video on the Mossberg 590 Retrograde. If you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.